Alam niyo po ba kung ano ang pinakamalaking risk na maaaring mangyari sa iyong pera? Hindi po ang pagkalugi sa iyong investment o pagbagsak ng stock market. Opo, kasama po ito sa mga risks na maaaring mangyayari sa iyong savings o sa iyong investments. Ngunit, merong isang silent killer na dahan-dahang kinakain ang iyong pera na hindi mo lang nalalaman. Yan ang ating pag-uusapan sa episode na ito ng OFW Power. In today's video, pag-uusapan natin ang pinakamalaking risk sa ating pera na madalas na hindi natin namamalayan. I call this risk the silent money killer. Sa karaniwang tao, what do people think of safety when it comes to money? Safety is when your money does not go down in value. For example, 500 pesos today is 500 pesos tomorrow. For many of us, that is safety. And what do most people think about risk? Risk sa karamihang tao is when your money goes down in value. For example, when you put your money in an investment that is not guaranteed, para sa karamihan, that is risk. Maybe for some, risk can mean when your money is totally wiped out. What do most people do to avoid risk and to keep their money safe? Yung mga tao na walang bank accounts, they put their money under their mattress. Literally sa ilalim ng kanilang kama. In their personal safety deposit boxes na nasa kanilang bahay. But if you're like most of the people, they put their money in their savings accounts, their checking accounts. There are a few people who put their money in very safe investments like treasury bills, or di kaya treasury bonds and money market funds. What is really the greatest risk that will happen to your money? Yan ang ating sasagutin. The answer? Loss of value or loss of buying power. Bakit? It's because of inflation. Now, what is inflation? Ito po yung pagtaas ng presyo ng mga bilihin as time goes by. Inflation is almost guaranteed. No one is spared or exempted from inflation. What do you mean by loss of buying power? Loss of buying power is erosion of money due to inflation. It's the loss of value due to inflation. What will happen to your money because of inflation? Para madaling maintindihan, let's have an example. Halimbawa, today you have 1,000 pesos. What is the buying power of your 1,000 pesos today? 1,000 pesos. Halimbawa, I can buy 10 kilograms of rice, assuming if the price of rice is 100 per kilogram. Now, let's assume you put this 1,000 pesos under your mattress. Fast forward 10 years from now, you open your mattress. What do you have? What happened to your 1,000 pesos? It is still 1,000 pesos, right? Hoping na hindi po ito kinain ng anay. But the more important question is, what is the buying power of these 1,000 pesos after 10 years? Ilang kilong bigas na kaya ang mabibili ng 1,000 pesos 10 years from now? Remember this principle because this is very important. How do you calculate for inflation? For now, it's sufficient to know that the basis of calculation is a basket of goods. The goods included in the basket could be food, transportation, medical cost, housing, rental cost, at iba pa. Then the price of the goods will be standardized to come up with a single number. That single number is now the baseline value where inflation rate is calculated every year. Inflation rate is not the same every year. Inflation almost always go up. This is normal po because economies of countries grow and expand. However, inflation can also go down, meaning it can become a negative number. This is what we call as deflation, but that is a different topic. This is the inflation rate of the Philippines for the last 20 years. So the inflation rate is always calculated based on the previous year. For example, let's start the year 2000. Now, let's assume some numbers. Year 2000, price of basket of goods, 100 pesos. 2001, inflation rate is 5%, so that's 100 plus 5% equals 105 pesos. 2002, inflation rate to 3%. That's 105 plus 3% equals 108.15. 2003, inflation is 8%, equals 108.15 from the previous year, plus 8% equals 116.80. 2004, inflation is 4%, 116.8 uli from the previous year, plus 4% equals 121.47. 2005, inflation is 2%, equals 121.47 plus 2% equals 123.90. Now, we know how to calculate inflation. Going back to our example, what is the buying power of my 1,000 pesos stuck under my bed after 10 years? Ilang kilong bigas kaya ang mabibili ng 1,000 pesos 10 years from now? For simplicity, let's just say that inflation rate is 5% bawat taon. In our example, cost of rice today is 100 pesos per kilogram. Assuming a 5% inflation rate per year for 10 years, 10 years from now, the cost of rice is around 162.89. Therefore, how many kilograms of rice can your 1,000 pesos buy 10 years from now? The answer is 1,000 pesos divided by 162.89 per kilogram. That's around 6 kilograms only na lang po. In summary, today, your 1,000 pesos can buy 10 kilograms of rice. 10 years from now, with the same amount of 1,000 pesos, you can only buy 6 kilograms of rice. That's loss of buying power. In technical terms, your 1,000 pesos today will almost be like 614 pesos na lang po in 10 years' time. This is the corrosive power of inflation. Inflation is almost guaranteed. Prices of goods and services will almost certainly go up every year. A lot of people po do not understand this concept. People thought 1,000 pesos today is the same as 1,000 pesos in the future. They forgot inflation. Therefore, going back to our question, ano ang pinakamalaking risk of our money? The answer is inflation. It is not the stock market going down. Yes, the stock market can go down and you could lose money. But remember that the stock market recovers. The greatest risk is not business going bankrupt, because this type of risk can be managed. The greatest risk is inflation. Inflation is almost guaranteed every year. Slowly but surely, inflation erodes your buying power. Kaya tawag ko sa kanya is the silent money killer. Dahan-dahang nawawala ng halaga ang iyong pera sa paglipas ng panahon. Why are we studying inflation? We are studying so that we can prepare, so that we can beat inflation, so that we can put our money into vehicles that beat inflation. In other words, so that we can save and invest our money into investments that gives us a positive real return. Why? Because if your returns are below inflation, you will be poorer in the future. If your returns are above inflation, you will be better off in the future. Your money is growing. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos on budgeting, saving, and investing. My name is Fermin. Until next time, maraming salamat po.